Well, today I have with me the one and only Mr. Gary Simmons. How you doing today, brother?
Doing good, Jason.
So, something that I want to talk about with you is these beautiful benches you make. How long have you been making these benches?
I've been making them for over 25 years.
25 years. That's a lot of work.
I've sent them from Canada, from California to New York to Florida.
Golly. And when he says Florida, one came to my house too. So, I mean, Mr. Simmons, how long have you been in this sport?
Oh, a long time. I started coon hunting when I was probably about 14. My uncle got me started doing it.
I mean, what kind of dogs did he have?
Just great dogs back in.
Great dogs? Yeah. What kind of hunting did y'all do?
Just whatever the dogs treed back in.
Just had fun, man.
Yeah. Walk all night long, just if they treed, fine. If they didn't, fine.
Yeah, just have fun.
It's just fun.
That's right. That's what it should be about anyway.
That's what it should be about today, but it ain't always like that.
Well, you know, I'm glad you brought that up because that's a good point. It's not always like that, and the sportsmanship has kind of depleted a little bit in the sport, and the camaraderie. I remember growing up watching you and how good you were to everybody around you, and I wish more people could learn that from you.
Well, I've tried to be good to everybody, and I've given several benches away to kids over the years, and I don't regret a bit of it. I just sent one to California to a young girl that was a guy had called me and asked me if I'd build her a bench. She was using a rock to...
Bless her heart. She was trying.
And he said she'd been winning a lot of stuff with it, and I said, that ain't no problem.
We're going to get you a bench.
We got her a bench, and we sent it to California.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You make the best bench.
Well, I appreciate that.
And something else, folks. Mr. Simmons, I sent him a message, and I asked him, I said, Mr. Gary, would you please make me a bench? He did not bat an eye. Immediately responded back and said, yes, sir, Jason, when you need it. And you were sick at the time.
Yep.
And I said, don't be in no rush, but fellas, let me tell you, you're talking about a beautiful bench you made me. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
What got you into making them?
I bought one years ago when Larry, I can't think of his last name now at the moment. Anyway, he used to make Bearcat show benches. I bought one from him, and I had some other people that when they seen it, they wanted to know where they could get one. I said you could probably get one from Larry Lockley. Was his name. And I said, if you can't, I can try to build one, and that's where it started.
What started it off. And ever since, here you go.
Yeah. And
it is. I mean, it's an amazing bench. When you open these benches, everybody laughs. We're talking about how tight they are.
They are. I make them tight because I want them to, where the legs don't just fall out from under you.
Correct.
And
well, when you're setting up a dog too, that's another thing. You know, I show quite a bit.
Yes, I know you do.
And when you have these hounds and you get these benches that are back and forth, that drives me crazy. And it's because usually one leg or something like. Today it's only back and forth because of the ground here. But a solid bench and a bench that's not slick.
No.
I can't stand the slick benches. And you put great carpet on here, one a dog can grip when they stand on it.
I try to.
It's one of the best benches on the market, in my opinion. It's absolutely beautiful.
As long as I've done it, I've never had but one complaint. And he said one of the legs broke on it. And I said, well, that's no problem. I can send you a leg, or you can send it back, and I'll send you a new one. I never did hear nothing from him.
Guess he didn't want it.
Evidently not.
Well, you know what? That's his loss.
All I can do is offer.
Hey, at least you offered and try to make it right.
Oh, I try to make it right with anybody. If somebody has a problem with one, I do sometimes have trouble with UPS shipping.
Yes, sir. We ran into that. Remember, we were talking about it, and it was like, no.
Yeah. They have damaged some that I've had to redo and send them new benches.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, did you show dogs as well?
I try to.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I just do it in the clubs around home and stuff like that. I'm wanting to someday maybe show up here in automobiles, but I don't know what I'm doing, so.
Well, I tell you what, Whether you're showing or not, your name's in the game because of this right here.
Well, I have several people tell me I do make one of the best benches around, and I'm proud of them. I take my time in them and pride in them and try to do the best I possibly can with it.
Shows. I mean, it literally shows. When you touch this bench and you put your hands on it, solid as a brick.
It's solid.
And then you close them up. And you know, another thing, folks, when you're closing these benches up and putting them up, a lot of them are loose. And when you take your hands and you're trying to lock them down, they'll
Smash them fingers.
Smash them fingers.
Pinch you.
Ooh, I can't. So when they're tight like that, another thing about when they're tight, when you're closing them, you're safer.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
You're not hurt mashing or pinching yourself.
Exactly, exactly. If you were to say one thing about the sport of coon hunting you wish could come back, what would it be?
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. Yep. Coming downhill, hasn't it?
It's gone downhill.
Yeah.
I think money's the biggest part of it.
Money. Yeah. Seems like it. Seems like it's rich man's game sometimes.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on where you go, you know.
Poor man can't compete, a lot of them.
It's hard. It's hard. And not only is it just is it because of the poor man. What we mean by that, folks, it takes a lot of money to run these roads.
It takes a lot of money to run these roads.
And you're talking about hunts with $1,000 entry fees, $2,500 entry fees,
$10,000 entry fees.
$10,000 entry fees. I can't afford that.
I can't do it.
No, sir.
I'd love to.
I would too. And if I had the money, I'd do it.
I would too.
It's no slant to those fellas at all.
That's right. No, I'm not knocking them. If they've got it, I'm more power to them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But at the end of the game, your little man is what made the sport.
That's exactly right.
And the little man is what needs to be recognized.
I'll agree with that 100%.
And that's why you're here. 'Cause I feel like sometimes you're overlooked. And I feel like you make the best bench on the market. And you're one of the best people I've ever been around. Every time I see you, you're smiling. Every time I see you, it's, hey, Jason. Hey, Janice. Always happy.
Yeah, I think the world of your mama.
Well, we think the world of you.
And I think the world of your daddy.
Yes, sir.
I seen him Tuesday when I got here, and first thing he done, walked up and shook hands and said, how you doing, Gary?
Fellowship.
That's it.
That's the fellowship. And that was the fellowship y'all used to have back in the day.
Yeah.
It's gone now. It's gone. It may not be gone, but it's dissipated some.
Yeah.
It's definitely
It's faded a lot.
It has. It has. For the youth that are up and coming out there, and you say, what would be some advice you would give to an up and coming hunter?
Go out and do the best you possibly can. Try to be fair. And be a sportsman at it. And enjoy.
Lose with class.
That's it.
Lose with class.
Shake hands with, if possible, shake hands with the ones you lose to. If not, don't be upset about it.
That's right, because sometimes, not always best dog wins.
That's exactly right.
Sometimes we catch bad breaks.
That's
Whether you're hunting or whether you're showing folks, you're going to get beat.
Nobody's going to win every one they go to.
No,
I don't
sir.
care who you are, it's not going to happen.
That's exactly right. What is something you wish that we could see more of in this sport?
More people being more friendly with their
Each other. Each other. I walked out of the show ring today, and I was so proud of everybody. I went overall. I'm still shaking from it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to talk too much about myself. I'm not like that. But I'm going to tell you something. The sportsmanship that I saw today was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody came up there and gave me a hug. Everybody shook my hand.
That's right.
And everybody that did that, thank you. That means the world to me.
That's right.
It means the world to me. Because that is life-changing when you come up there.
When people do that to you, it makes you want to do it more.
I can't think of anything else right now I'd want to do besides what I just done.
Oh, you had an exceptional day.
Yes, sir, I did, but it started here. It started on your benches.
Well, I appreciate
and that's why I contacted you. I said, Mr. Simmons, will you please help me out? Will you please get me one of these in my studio? And you didn't bat an eye.
Oh, anytime I can do anything for you or your mama or daddy, all you got to do is call.
I'm going to tell you something. Gary Simmons, that's his name. Do not forget the name of this man. He's one of the best men out in the coon hunting business, and he's a man of his word. He promised me a bench. Promise you, folks, you will get you a bench, and it'll be dang good.
I may be a little slow sometimes because I do have several orders, but when I do, when I tell you, I try to have it to you. If nothing happens, it'll be there when I tell you.
And you normally build two types, right?
Yeah, I'm started making training benches now.
Okay.
And this regular show bench.
Okay. So you're making a standard bench, and you're also making the training benches.
Right.
All right. What are you making the training benches out of?
I'm making them out of a cherry, oak, not oak, cherry and poplar.
So they're made out of cherry and poplar. And then the show bench here, this one's made out of oak.
Oak. I make them out of oak, cherry, poplar. I do make some out of walnut if people want them out of walnut.
Very nice. So you have a little selection. You can do about whatever.
And I have had some people want something made out of sassafras.
Oh, I've never seen those. I didn't see some of those one day. I tell you what, if I can get a picture of them, if you have one, you send one.
I ain't got one made right now, but when I do, I'll get you a picture.
And I'll get y'all a picture of it too, so y'all can see one of those, because that sounds amazing. I'd love to see one. And the training benches, I'll get pictures of those, and we'll post those, and we'll let everybody see those. But I'm gonna tell you, folks, Gary Simmons, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
You make the best bench on the market, in my opinion, and it's an honor to be able to use one and train one.
Well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate
on your benches. Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you, sir.
God bless you too.